Check. 1, 2, 3. Testing the audio. We'll get started here in about 25 minutes.
However, you can. So, what are you doing for a picture?
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the home opener of the Justice University Lions men's basketball season here at Dr. Paul Chin Court on the campus of Justice University, Chandler, Arizona, where we have the Justice University Lions taking on the visiting Navajo Tech Skyhawks. And we'll get you set here in a moment for the starting lineups. Good to see you this evening. Thank you for joining our live stream here on YouTube, Prof G and Shively YouTube channel. And I am solo. My name is Matt Shively, and here without my partner in crime, Professor Jason Giroux, Prof G, as he's better known on the streets. He is enjoying a cruise with his family right now, and I wish him well. But we are excited for a night of awesome NCCAA basketball here on the campus of Justice University. Let's go ahead and set those lineups for you. First, for your visiting Navajo Tech Skyhawks. Number 3, Chris Rodriguez. Number 4, Arshawn Bozo. Number 25, Joshua Key. Number 34, Quito Long. And number 44, Ira Mayweather. And for your home Justice University Lions, their starters are as follows. Starting at guard, the sophomore, number 0, Gabriel Bird. Also starting at the other guard, senior Raekwon King, number 3. At forward, we have junior, number 2, J.D. Walker. The other forward, number 9, the junior Jaden Cameron. And the senior forward in the middle, the man in the middle, number 23, Jimmy Kazi. And then your Justice University Lions are coached by BJ Letcher. And we are excited for an action-packed night. Now, this is the first of back-to-back nights where we will have the live stream for your men's basketball team. And then tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we have senior day for the women's soccer team out on the field here. So be tuning in tomorrow at 1 p.m. A little bit early, we have some senior festivities to honor the seniors. I believe there are 6 ladies, I want to say, that are seniors that we're going to honor before the game. So you want to tune in for that as well, and then join us again at 7 tomorrow night for another game of these two teams right here facing off again, Justice University and Navajo Tech. We are getting ready for the starting lineups and the anthem. I will send it over to courtside so you can see the action there. We will have the start of this thing in just a moment. You will hear on the PA Levi Corum tonight. And I believe I will be praying, so I might set my headset down and pray here in a moment. See, the two teams are still getting ready. Got about 1:20 on the clock here to kick this thing off. Justice will be in their home whites, and Navajo Tech in their visiting black uniforms here tonight with the red trim. Justice with the white uniforms, black trim, and neon green highlights. Jason will want me to definitely reference some of the shoe game we see out there, as he's a big sneakerhead, and always good to see what footwear the boys are wearing out there as they play the beautiful game of basketball here this evening. Our first chance to call a basketball game. We've been looking forward to this for quite some time. Our basketball program at Justice University has quite a few athletes in it, and it's quite the program that we're building. We have a couple conference champion banners hanging now on the wall, which is exciting here in year 5 of the program. The refs are checking in and getting ready to call a great night of action. Two coaches are shaking hands, sharing pleasantries there at the center court. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to Levi Corum. Let's go ahead and pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this night where these athletes can come and perform and do their best. You keep everyone safe. When you keep everybody just being good sports and honoring you with all their actions, may they play the best of their ability and just have an amazing night playing a great game of basketball. Thank you for this night and be in all of our actions as we're here gathered for this game. In your name we pray. Amen. The lights are off here as they announce our Justice University Lions. All right, well, there you have it. The starting lineups are set. And the teams are taking the field here. Some pageantry there to start us off on another season of Justice University basketball here in the Lions Den, Dr. Paul Chinchin Court. Fans standing, waiting for the first bucket to be had. Center court, we have Arshawn Bozo, Jimmy Kazi on the jump ball. Jimmy said he loves the nickname Jimmy Buckets. The last name Kazi, I think Kamikaze would be an equally great nickname. He vetoed it though, so Jimmy Buckets it is so far. Jimmy Kazi controls the tip. And here comes Gabriel Bird bringing it into the Lions half. Working the ball around here for the offense. There's Jaden Cameron with the lay-in. And he gets the scoring opened up for the Lions. Nice work there on the offensive end for the Lions. Now setting the defense. J.D. Walker on the ball defending. Chris Rodriguez penetrating on Gabriel Bird, passes it over to Joshua Key. Joshua Key in the key, takes a step, pivots, passes over to Rodriguez, no good, but the rebound also no good. And Jaden Cameron with the rebound and going to clear it the other way for the Lions. Into Kazi. In the middle, he works back to the middle, back to Jaden Cameron, slices into the middle with another bucket. J.D. Cameron with the first 4 points for the Lions. And that ball knocked into the stands, but that's going to stay Navajo Tech ball. A flurry of offense from Jaden Cameron on good defense as well. He's coming out with some energy here. And the three-quarter press by Gabriel Bird. And here comes Bozo looking for a lane. Pulls up, a little strong. Kazi on the rebound. He's going to go up to J.D. Walker, slices in, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line shooting too. J.D. Walker. Now the Lions like to full court press. They like to push the action, like to drive in. You already seen that on their first two made buckets, and now this attempt by J.D. Walker at the line to shoot two here. First one is good for Walker. Walker had a quiet night up at NAU last Friday. Got into some foul trouble. Lions were paced by Raekwon King's 29 points. And that lost to NAU. Walker makes both free throws, and the Lions steal it back to J.D. Walker. He's going to pull up at the free throw line and bury that one. Walker has 4 points, Cameron 4, and again, the full court pressure picked up by Gabriel Byrd. Rodriguez trying to break it, he does successfully. Driving still on Gabriel Byrd. Brings it back out to Bozo. Bozo pulls up three. He misses strong on the three attempt, but that's going to be a foul on Jaden Cameron, his first foul. And Arshawn Bozo going to go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. The Lions up 8-0. And Navajo Tech breaks the seal there. Bozo's first point. Still no made field goal for the Skyhawks. Bozo hits both free throws so far. We have a change here for the Skyhawks. Adakayazi coming in the game. Bozo looking to be good for all 3 of those free throws, and he does, and he is. And it's now 8-3 Lions. Navajo Tech picking up the full court pressure here. Rodriguez on Gabriel Byrd, returning the favor. Byrd around to J.D. Cameron. Cameron for the lob to J.D. Walker. Skies for the slam jam. Thank you, man. And that's 6 quick points for Walker. Good to see him high flying early here. Rodriguez again picked up by Byrd full court. Bozo with the ball at the top of the 3. He seems to be willing to shoot at any time. Nice pass in, but no good on the shot. That's Arshawn Bozo. Sorry, I've been calling the wrong person Arshawn Bozo. It's Ira Merriweather with those free throws. Here come the Lions on offense. Cameron into the lane at the free throw line. Good. Cameron and Walker matching each other point for point so far. Between the pair of them, they have all 12 points. Merriweather to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Key. Key in on J.D. Walker. Turns and no good. Cameron another board. To Gabriel Byrd all alone for 3. Not good. A little push off by Rodriguez, but he'll come away with the rebound. Over to Yazzie, who's a little strong on the 3, rebounded by Byrd. Here comes Gabriel Byrd to Walker into Jimmy Kazi. Kazi driving in, just a little strong. Rebound by Bozo. And Cameron's going to get a foul called on him. That's his 2nd foul already. Some quick fouls by Cameron. We saw this same kind of thing up at NAU at Flagstaff. And he's going to take a seat here with his 6 points, but his 2 personal fouls. Monty Irving and Demetrius Valdez in for the Lions. And here comes Navajo Tech again. Key has it stolen away by Raekwon King. Here comes Monty Irving into the lane. Tapped away, but Ray has it. He's going to send it back out to Demetrius Valdez, and they're going to set up the offense once again. Here comes J.D. Walker into the middle of the paint. Raekwon King surveying out to Demetrius Valdez, in to J.D. Walker. Rebounded by Vonti. No good. And away comes Bozo with the rebound to Rodriguez. Rodriguez all the way in, no foul called. And that's going to stay with Navajo Tech. A lot of bumping, but no foul called. You have a stoppage of play. They're going to reset the talk about things here. Going to reset the shot clock as the ball is reset on the Navajo Tech end offensively here. (12-3) our score here. 5 minutes into the action. 15:45 to go in the first half. There's Mozo into Merriweather. Ira Merriweather pulls up on J.D. Walker. No good. Fonte Irving, the rebound. Here he comes the other way, looking for Ray King in the corner, but too many steps on Ray King. He moved his feet before he set, says the ref, and that's going to be a turnover for the Lions. Navajo Tech. The Lions picking up the pressure full court. Ira Merriweather with the ball. Bringing the ball over the timeline. Chris Rodriguez with the ball at the top of the key. Starts to drive on Demetrius Valdez. Into Arshawn Bozo. Spin move on Jimmy Kazi. Up with it. No good. Vontae Irving can't secure the rebound. Bozo gets it back and he scores. Arshawn Bozo with 2. To go with Merriweather's 3, that's the 5 points for Navajo Tech. Here comes Walker again, and they're gonna call a charge on J.D. Walker, his first personal foul. And a complete line change for Navajo Tech here, with 4 subs coming in. Whole new set of players in for the Navajo Tech Skyhawks here. And they're going to be greeted instantly with full court pressure. Demetrius Valdez on the ball handler, Eric Slim. Passes off to Troy King. Into Eric Slim, stolen away by Jimmy Kazi. Up to Nazir Brown, who checks in, and he's all the way in for the layup. Nazir Brown getting in on the action. Stolen immediately by Jimmy Kazi. Here he comes the other way, passes into Ray King, who lays it in. And that's going to be a timeout for Navajo Tech. A little flurry of defense that leads to offense. And with 14:20 to go in the first half, it is Justice University 16, Navajo Tech 5. And we're going to take a timeout right here. And out of the timeout, Navajo Tech's going to have the throw in here. And that ball can't be handled. That's going to be a turnover. Good defense by Ray King there. Uriah Gill can't handle the inbound pass. And Ray King is going to throw this ball in as the Lions look to add to their lead here. Valdez with the ball. Back to King. Back to Valdez, over to Vontae Irving. Drives in, little strong, and here comes Navajo Tech the other way in the transition. Eric Slim throws that ball to nobody in particular. That's going to go all the way down. And perhaps wisely, Troy King just lets that go out of bounds so he can get his teammates back to play some defense. Lions with an 11-point lead here. Valdez going to throw this ball in. Calls for motion. Vontae Irving over in the corner, dribbles out. Back to Valdez in the corner. He's going to drive into the middle. Pass to King over in the far corner. Into Kazi. Little cut move and a slam for Jimmy Kazi. Jimmy Buckets, as he likes to go by. That gets the crowd awake a little bit with the nice little pivot move, drop step, and the jam. Troy King, I'm sorry, with the 3 for Navajo Tech. And here come the Lions the other way. Ray King over to Vontae Irving Jr. to Kazi. Irving drives in and finally gets one to go. And Vontae Irving joins the score sheet, but they leave the middle on defense wide open there. The first one doesn't go, but the putback by Uriah Gill goes. And Letcher not happy with his defense on that play. The Lions back on offense. Jimmy Kazi looking at Vontae Irving in the middle, gets stolen away by the Skyhawks. Here they come the other way. Troy King, who hit that 3 a moment ago. He passes over to Uriah Gill. Back out to King. Into Ashley. To Eric Slim, who has it knocked away and off of Navajo Tech. It's going to be Lions ball. 30-second timeout here on the play. And so resetting the score right now. With 12:13 to go, it's a 10-point lead for the home Lions here, 20-10. Right now, Jimmy Kazi has 2 points, but the Lions are led by J.D. Walker with 6. Jaden Cameron also with 6. A pair for Ray King, a pair for Vontae Irving, and a pair for Nizier Brown. Balanced scoring so far. Those 20 points are spread out amongst 6 Lions. And 2 new Lions checking in for the first time today. We have Marshall Curley checking in, as well as Mohammed Tarjali. And here comes Valdez with the ball for the Lions. Vontae Irving. Into Curley, out to Valdez for 3. No good, and rebound Navajo Tech. Here we go the other way. Here comes Ashley with the ball. Out to Eric Slim. That 3 no good. Vontae Irving another board. He brings the ball up over to Marshall. Splashdown. Marshall Curley the 3 gets in on the action. Stolen away again. Here comes Valdez. Out to Marshall Curley again. Another 3. Marshall Curley. 2 back-to-back 3s. As he's been in the game for only a minute, and he's made an instant impact. And Vontae Irving going to be called for the reach-in foul there. Ball's going to be side out for Navajo Tech. Marshall Curley, I am unfamiliar with your game, sir. He comes in and hits 2 threes right away. I am no longer unfamiliar with your game. Adding an instant impact. A 3-point specialist is what this team has been lacking through its first couple of matches. Bad pass stolen by Valdez, and the foul. The deuce and the damage, as John Bloom, the Suns announcer, likes to say. And he's going to go to the line for the and one. Lions, a little flurry of action here. They've just busted this game out to an 18-point advantage, 28-10. 11 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock. I know you'll see that scoreboard up in the corner. It's sometimes hard to read, so I'll try to give you the score as much as I can. Valdez adds the free throw. making the lead 19 for the Lions. And again, picking up Ashley in the Navajo Tech offense full court. Little pick there. Rolls back to Quito Long, but he can't handle that ball. It's going to be over and back. Another turnover forced by the Lions here. Marshall Curley to inbound here to Valdez, who's setting the offense for the Lions. Valdez to Brown. Brown to Valdez for three. Little short. Mo Tarjali can't get it. Vontae Irving can, and he puts it back. Beautiful putback move for Vontae Irving. Navajo Tech looking to hit a three, and that ball stolen away by Vontae Irving Jr. Here he comes driving it all the way in for the layup. Irving now has 6 points. Here comes Navajo Tech the other way. Setting up their offense is Ashley. Ashley over to Slim. Little push foul there by Mo Tarjali. That's his first foul. Navajo Tech throwing the ball in here on the near side. They throw it into the backcourt there. Troy King taking the point. Driving in on Nizier Brown. Stolen away by Marshall Curley, but Curley can't get there. That's going to stay with Navajo Tech. Good active defense by the Lions. Not letting up with a bit of a lead here. 33-10 your score. And J.D. Walker back in for Vontae Irving. A nice 6 points here for Vontae Irving off the bench. And again, the Lions sharing the wealth on the scoring. 3 Lions with 6 points and a bunch more on the score sheet. That three is nowhere close. Nizier Brown, the rebound. He's going to drive it all the way in. A little too strong, however, on the layup, and that's going to come the other way for Navajo Tech. The pull-up is no good. J.D. Walker, the rebound into Meech Valdez to Walker to Marshall Curley. Cannot hit a third three. And here goes Troy King the other way for Navajo Tech, driving on Demetrius Valdez. That shot is not off the mark, but a scrum for the rebound. Mo Tarjali is going to be fouled in the process of scooping that one up. And subs aplenty coming in for both squads. Another line change for Navajo Tech. Ray King back in for the Lions. Here's Valdez to Walker to Tarjali. Around to King, driving in. Euro step, back out to J.D. Walker. Boom, hits the J. 8 points for Walker. Beautiful pull-up jumper for J.D. Walker. And the lead balloons to 25. Here comes Merriweather with the and one. And Merriweather's got 5 points to pace Skyhawks. And Ira Mayweather at the throw line to shoot one free throw here. And he hits that. He leads the Skyhawks with 6. Lions quickly with the ball in again. There's Ray King out to Valdez. Curley around to J.D. Walker with a splashdown. J.D. Walker scoring from every spot on the court. into double figures with 11 points, and here comes Navajo Tech the other way. Good defense by Walker there. Turnaround jumper's no good. Walker the rebound. Raekwon King back to J.D. Walker, driving in to the corner for Curley. Marshall Curley can't hit that one. Here comes Bozo the other way, but that's stolen by Raekwon King. King to Valdez. It's going to slow it up, pass it out to J.D. Walker for three. A little bit strong, but the rebound back to himself. Back to Valdez, they're going to reset. 14 on the timer here, 7 to go in the first half. Jimmy Causey, the jumper from the wing. Down it goes. Causey with 4 points. Beautiful elbow jumper for Jimmy Causey. And here comes the Navajo Tech Skyhawks. Rodriguez, the turnaround three off the front iron. Causey the rebound. But he can't handle it, and that's going to be out of bounds back to Navajo Tech. Some subs in for the Lions. Couple faces we haven't seen yet. Willie Frager in for the first time, and Gabriel Bird back in. Gabe Bird again picking up that defense full court on Chris Rodriguez. Rodriguez across the timeline. But J.D. Walker's going to pick up another foul. Walker and Cameron both with 2 fouls. That's 17 fouls. So the Skyhawks are in the bonus, and they're going to go to the line for 1 and 1. $17 fouls on the Lions. Again at the line to shoot 1 and 1. It's Joshua Key. He hits the front end of the 1 and 1, so he'll get a second one here. Joshua Key's first point of the night. Joshua Key cannot hit the second end of the 1-on-1, and Ray King the rebound. Here come the Lions the other way. Ray King will bring the ball up, passes over to Gabriel Bird, and they start to run their offense into the center to King, into Jimmy Causey, and he's fouled, and he's going to go to the line. Nice pass by Ray King, getting Jimmy buckets to the line to shoot a pair. Rubbing his right calf there. Causey goes through his free throw routine here. Player has their own routine they're comfortable with. As was pointed out, he misses that one. As was pointed out earlier, there's a lot of lefties on this Lions team. Jimmy Causey being one of those lefties. Going to hit the second one from the charity stripe here. And does, and that's Causey's 5th point of the night. And again, the Lions picking up the full court press here, all man-to-man press. Rodriguez gets the ball, starts to move the ball up the court on Gabriel Bird, across the timeline, cuts back, looking for Ira Mayweather. Mayweather, Ray King working on him. Mayweather, the pull-up three, he's fouled in the act again. Second time in this first half that Ira Mayweather is going to go to the line for 3 free throws. Ray King. That's Ray King's second foul. And 3 Lions in a little bit of foul trouble here with 2 fouls, still with some change in the first half. Mayweather's 4 for 4 from the line so far. 7 points to pace the Navajo Tech Skyhawks. That one a little strong. 4 of 5 from the line now for Ira Mayweather. That just sounds like a boxer's name, doesn't it? Ira Mayweather. He's definitely been an aggressor in this first half and not afraid to take those deep threes. And he's 1 of 3 from the line this trip. Skying for the rebound is Vontae Irving, his 4th board of the first half. Marshall Curley, who checked back in, into Jimmy Causey. Spin move on Mayweather. Swatted away. They're going to call the foul. Mayweather grabbing his eye, but he's going to still have the foul on him. Jimmy Causey back to the line to shoot 2. 41-17 here in the first half. Lions with the advantage. Jimmy Causey at the line. He's got 5 points here in the first half. He's going to shoot a pair. Mayweather is letting the ref know he definitely got poked in the eye there. I'm sure the ref sees the damage up close. Jimmy's a little short on that first free throw. Mayweather moves over to the near block here for the second free throw. Jimmy Causey looking to get 1 out of 2 here from the line. But doesn't, but Marshall there for the rebound. Vontae the rebound, back out the Bird. Vontae Irving driving in on Mayweather. Slicing, slapped away. It's going to stay with the Lions. He's a little shocked there was no foul call on that one. And that ball will stay with the Lions. Checking in is Arshawn Bozo for the Skyhawks and number 22, Troy King. 5:55 to go here in the first half. 41-17 our score. Lions with the advantage. Nice pass in from Gabriel Bird, but Causey can't finish. But he's going to be bailed out on a foul call. Back to the line, Jimmy Causey goes. Chance to correct his free throw stroke where he just missed a pair. Looking to do better this time around. Causey getting to the line, which is important, which means he's drawing fouls on their big men down low. The Lions are undersized as a team. So some good work from their forwards is paramount as they enter conference play here in a little bit. Causey's missed three in a row from the free throw line. Just through his pre-shot routine. And hits one to give him 6 points on the evening. And again, the full court pressure by the Lions on the Skyhawks to get the ball over. Stolen away again by Vontae Irving. Up ahead to Gabriel Bird, but a little too strong. Vontae's got a couple steals on the night already. That ball inbounded to Ashley, and here he comes. Gabriel Bird again, great full court defense. Putting that constant pressure on the Skyhawks. Ashley looking for a lane to dribble. Now he's looking for a teammate to pass to. Over to Troy King, who spots up for 3 off the front iron, rebounded into Marshall Curley, and that's going to be a block call. Willie Frager that rebound up ahead to Marshall Curley, and he's going to shoot 2 at the line, shaking off the cobwebs a little bit. Looks like he may have had the wind knocked out of him a little bit on that one. Good board by Willie Frager and pass up ahead to Curley in transition, which gets him to the line. Marshall Curley a little strong on that first free throw, hits off the back iron. Back into the game for the Lions. It's Demetrius Valdez and Vontae Irving. In for the Skyhawks, Quito Long. And looking to check in is Tormund Lang, but he's got to wait. That one's good by Curley. And now Lang is in. Marshall Curley's got 7 points. J.D. Walker, 11 to lead the Lions. Jimmy Causey, 6. Cameron, 6. Vontae Irving, 6. So very even distribution of the scoring so far. And that's a jump ball. That's a tie up, and the possession arrow belongs to Navajo Tech. Yazzie, the inbounds pass to Lang. Lang working on Demetrius Valdez. Rebounded by Vontae Irving. Up ahead to Gabriel Bird, who lays it in. Bird joins the scoring with his first points of the night. Navajo Tech. Ashley dangerously close to that line, the over and back line. Troy King back to Ashley. Working on Frager, now Irving to Lang, back to Ashley. Driving in, 2 Lions defending. Gets it stripped away. It's going to stay with the Skyhawks with 2 on the timer. So they've got 2 seconds to get a shot off. Half a second on the shot clock here. Ball still with Navajo Tech. And shoots up a 3. That's rebounded long by Valdez. Valdez all the way in, too strong on the rebound, or on the layup attempt. And here comes Navajo Tech the other way. Valdez, the pressure on King. King driving, kicking out, tipped away, back to Ashley, to Lang in the corner. Off the window from the corner, which is hard to do, and it's no good. Lang back out to Yazzie. And going to go ahead and reset the shot clock. Official timeout to reset the clock. Subs in aplenty. Willie Frager out. Marshall Curley in. It's still Navajo Tech ball. Frager, Curley, Bird, Valdez, and Brown, the Lions on the court. It's going to be a foul on Valdez. Demetrius Valdez, the foul. It's going to be 2 shots for the Skyhawks. Motar Jolly back in for the Lions. Everybody sliding around as the big man enters. And Tormund Lang, looks like it's still a 1-and-1 situation. He hits the first one. And Lang hits the second. Tormund Lang good on both shots from the free throw line. Gabriel Bird bringing the ball back up for the Lions. Nazir Brown over to Marshall Curley. Around to Willie Frager, to Bird, back to Frager. Working the ball around the perimeter. There's Marshall Curley again. Splash down, his 3rd of the first half. Curley into double figures with 10. And Lang to Mayweather, defended by Frager. Little Euro step for Mayweather, no good. Frager the board. Here come the Lions the other way. Gabriel Bird to Marshall Curley. He wants a 4th one. A little bit off to the side. Couple players bowl over. Here comes Mayweather with the rebound. Lang hits that jumper. Tormund Lang with 4 points for the Skyhawks. Gabriel Bird over in the corner to Willie Frager. A little strong on that 3. Tarjali cannot get the rebound. It falls down to Mayweather. Oh, but his pass almost hits Tarjali in the head, but he wasn't looking, so it goes over harmlessly. That ball almost over and back. Nizier Brown pressuring Mayweather. Over to Slim. Frager another board. Here come the Lions, quickly ahead to Nizier Brown. Nice fake, Euro step, lays it in for the bucket. Beautiful lay in there by Nizier Brown, he's got 4. And here come the Skyhawks the other way, down 29, 50-21 your score. The Lions pouring it on here in the first half. Nice, nifty move there by Eric Slim. And he gets on the score column. Gabriel Bird can't handle that one. That's off his knee, and that's going to go the other way. Monty Irving back in the game, as well as Jimmy Kazi for the Lions, replacing Willie Frager and Marshall Curley. Curley, a great first half, 10 points, three three-pointers. Oh, a little broken defense there, but too strong for Eric Slim on the lay-in. Jimmy Kazi the board coming the other way. Down to Vonti for 3. Little short, Kazi trying to put it back. Tarjali will put it back. Bo Tarjali the bucket. Eric Slim the other way cannot seem to get that layup in. Jimmy Kazi another board. But Brown has it stolen away, but stolen right back by Kazi. Vonti Irving slowing down the action. Back around to Gabriel Bird. Bird motioning to Irving to motion. Out to Nizier Brown. Pass wide, but Irving is able to get it back over to Gabriel Bird. Driving the lane into Irving for the lay-in. Vonti Irving. Irving with 8 points in the first half. Here comes Uriah Gill over to Eric Slim. That's an up and down, but it was tipped, so it's not. Ashley in for the layup, and he's going to be fouled by Vonti Irving. John Ashley to the line to shoot 2 for the Skyhawks. 54-23 with 31 seconds left here in the first half. Justice in control. John Ashley at the line here to shoot a pair for the Skyhawks. That one's a little long. John Ashley to shoot a second one. That also not good. Kazi the rebound. Bird to Brown to Kazi. Around to Irving. Shot clock is off. They don't have to shoot till the end here if they don't want to. Irving back to Bird. 10 seconds on the clock. Mo Tarjali, little strong. Kazi the board. Kazi the flush. Jimmy Kazi, 8.6 boards in the first half, and that's going to be the end of the first half of action here from the Lions Den. We've got a score of the Navajo Tech Skyhawks 23 and your Justice University Lions 56. A great first half of action here. And the home opener of your Justice University Lions, want to reset some of the score totals for you. The score's 56 points for your Justice University Lions and 23 for your Navajo Tech Skyhawks. Leading the way for the Lions is J.D. Walker with 11 points, followed by Marshall Curley with 10. 8 points for Vonti Irving and Jimmy Kazi. Jimmy Kazi and Vonti Irving both with 6 boards apiece as well as J.D. Cameron with 6 points, Nizier Brown with 4, Mo Tarjali with 2, Ray King with 2, Gabriel Bird with 2, Demetrius Valdez with 3. Very even scoring, everyone getting involved, getting action in. And we are going to join you, or we will be back for the second half of action in just a moment. in about 14 minutes.
Are we live streaming on YouTube? And that's you're doing play-by-play? How can I find the link to share it?
I'll text it to you.
Text me and I'll share it.
We are about to get set here for the second half of action. Minute 45 left on the halftime timer. Again, our halftime score is 56 for the Justice University Lions and 23 for the visiting Navajo Tech Skyhawks. The Lions are paced by 11 points from J.D. Walker, 10 points from Marshall Curley, 8 points apiece for Jimmy Causey and Vontae Irving Jr., 6 points for J.D. Cameron, 3 for Valdez, 4 for Nizier Brown, 2 for Ray King, 2 for Gabriel Bird, and 2 for Mohammed Mo Tarjali. I'd like to see some of the players we haven't seen yet get in the second half. But I'm sure the Lions will bring out their starters to begin this second half of action. Both teams had a chance to talk things over at the half, and we're about ready to go here. For half number 2 of this home opener for the Justice University Lions men's basketball team for the season of 2025-2026. Home opener means this is the first time for these Lions to play with their conference champion banners hanging on the wall in official action. And the Lions will get possession to start the second half. Marshall Curley into J.D. Cameron. And here we go in the second half of action. Cameron to Causey, back to Cameron. Drives in and lays it in. Cameron picking up where he left off. Last we saw him, 6 quick points in the first half, but then he got into foul trouble. Cameron up to 8 points. Here come Skyhawks the other way. That ball stolen away by Cameron. Up ahead to J.D. Walker with the slam. Skying for the slam dunk and flexing to show that he was happy with that. Causey another board. Cameron. Nice rebound and putback by Causey, and a shoe tie. Causey's coming up a little lame there. Limping as you see him come by the camera here. He's going to take a seat. Causey's got 10 points and 8 boards. He's going to rest up a little bit. Mayweather with the ball on the perimeter. Driving on J.D. Walker. Stolen by Cameron. Back to Curley. Here we go the other way. And Ray King tumbling into the front row. Apparently it's a take home a Ray King promotion here tonight in the opening quarter. Looks like perhaps a drink was spilled over there. Students are making sure everything's okay. Inbound to Mo Tarjali, and he is fouled. By Ira Mayweather. That's his third foul on Ira Mayweather. Mo Tarjali is going to shoot a pair for the Lions, another lefty. Makes good on the first one from the charity stripe. And adds the second as well. Tarjali with 4. Here come the Skyhawks the other way. Stolen by Ray King. Almost loses that one, but out to J.D. Cameron for three. Short. And Motar Jolly, the rebound and the putback. Motar Jolly with some nice work here early in the second half. 6 points for him. Cleaning up the miss by Ray King. And the Lions lead balloons to 33-43. Still playing solid defense. Chris Rodriguez over to Ira Mayweather. Key sets the pick. Mayweather working on Marshall Curley. Passes into Rodriguez, who gets it swatted by Cameron. To Walker, to Tarjali, and that's going to earn him another trip to the free throw line. For a foul on number 4, Arshawn Bozo. Motar Jolly is at the line shooting a pair. He hit both a moment ago. Good showing from the big man. Out of Surprise, Arizona. He hits that first free throw. And Motar Jolly misses that one, but Walker, the rebound and the foul, and he will go to the line. J.D. Walker has a game-high 13 points, and he's going to go to the board, go to the line for a pair here. 13 points on 4 boards is my unofficial numbers. That one's good. Again, Walker, a little bit of an off game in Flagstaff. Get into foul trouble early. Both he and Jaden Cameron. Walker hits the second one, giving him 15 for the game. Tormund Lang, bringing the ball up. Working on Marshall Curley. There's going to be a foul off the ball on J.D. Walker. That's his 3rd foul. Inbound pass, Mayweather to Lang. Working on Curley, back out to Eric Slim. Rebound by Cameron. Sorry, Walker the other way. Skying for the and one. The foul and the make. 17 points for J.D. Walker. To the line to see if he can add an 18th. Skying high for that one. High off the glass. The finish through contact. Beautiful play by the Lions' leading scorer of the night, J.D. Walker. He adds the free throw, giving him 18 for the night, along with 5 boards. Active defense for the Lions still. They're still hungry. That ball stolen by Ray King. Here he comes the other way. Cannot finish. Stolen back away by the Skyhawks. There's Mayweather, but rebounded by Cameron coming the other way. And the lob from King to Skywalker. J.D. Walker, beautiful. Rebounded by who else? J.D. Walker, but that one thrown away. 20 points, 6 boards. Mayweather can't finish on the dunk, but he does get his own rebound. Chris Rodriguez resetting for the Skyhawks. Driving on Marshall Curley to Eric Slim for 3. Off the front iron, rebounded by Tarjali. Here it comes the other way. Cameron to Curley, drives in. Behind the back pass, swatted away, intended for Motar Jolly. Here comes Chris Rodriguez for 3. And hits the bar above the backboard, and that's going to be a turnover to the Lions. And subs, another line shift for the Skyhawks. A whole new 5 players in. And for the Lions, Beach Valdez in, as well as Willie Frager. Joining teammates Ray King, J.D. Walker, and Jaden Cameron. Cameron into Beach Valdez, and here come the Lions up 74-23. Valdez working the offense around, reverses to Jaden Cameron, to Walker, back to Cameron, driving in for the layup, a little short on that one. That's going to be rebounded by John Ashley, but quickly double teamed by the Lions. And then they all back up, and John Ashley brings the ball up for the Aztecs. That's going to be a foul on Willie Frager. And Cameron's going to come take a seat. Vontae Irving back in. John Ashley with the ball right now for the Aztecs, working at the top of the key. Double team. Willie Frager the steal. Frager to Walker with the put. Again, relentless defense from the Lions. There's no calling off the dogs yet for Coach B.J. Letcher and the Justice University Lions. Nazir Brown in for J.D. Walker. 22 points for Walker. Great showing. For the junior forward out of Muskegon, Michigan. King driving in. Vontae Irving another board up to Frager, a little strong. He gets it back to Ray King, who will lay it in. That's close to an over and back there by Yazzie. And Frager got caught with his hand in the cookie jar on that one. That's going to be a foul, Willie Frager, his second. Timeout, Navajo Tech on the floor with 14:43 left to go in this game in the second half. The score is Justice 78, Navajo Tech 23. J.D. Walker, an impressive performance here tonight. 22 points, 6 boards. Also in double figures, Jimmy Causey, although he came up a little lame before he subbed out of the game a moment ago. Marshall Curley also with 10 points. J.D. Cameron has 8 points. 2 points for Gabe Bird. 7 points for Mo Tarjali. 3 points for Demetrius Valdez. 4 for Nazir Brown. And 8 points for Vontae Irving. 4 for Ray King. That's your scoring update for the Lions. Navajo Tech yet to score in the second half. Scoring drought of more than 6 minutes backing into the first half. Mainly due to the tenacious defense by the Lions, not letting up on the defense at all. This ball brought in by Navajo Tech. John Ashley with it. Slicing in, and no good but the foul. Nazir Brown going to draw that foul, going to be guilty of that infraction. And John Ashley to the line. See if he can break the seal for Navajo Tech here in the second half. Thank you to our viewing audience on YouTube. We appreciate you joining us this evening for some NCCAA action. Happy to be here when you can't be. Calling the action for you. Doing our best. We got some people tuning in from the Central Navajo Nation. Thank you for joining us tonight. One of two from the line for John Ashley. Frager, the putback there. That ball nearly stolen away, but instead of foul on Vontae Irving. That's going to be his third foul. John Ashley in the score column with that free throw. And Troy King looking to inbound this ball. Welcome to our friends in the Navajo Nation who are taking this in. We will be here for you on tomorrow night as well. That is the goal. And so same link will get you here. If you subscribe, it'll let you know when we go live and you can join us. That ball inbounds. Little turnaround shot by Keto Long, was long, but the putback there. Oh, Willie Frager skying up for the board but can't get it down. Uriah Gill got that bucket before that traveling call there. Another timeout on the floor. A 30-second timeout. And we will pause here as they talk things over. Jay Letcher is inspiring his team over here on the sideline. We apologize for the lag there. Looks like we have a little lag on the video, but do our best to keep describing the action. Valdez over to King, into Irving, dribble drive, right-handed finish through contact, gives him 10 points. Troy King has it stolen away by Ray King. King on King action there. This ball will be inbounded by Willie Frager here. Valdez to Ray King, driving in. Yazzie, 22 actually. Troy King called for the foul. Beautiful right-handed finish for Willie Frager on that inbound pass, giving him 4 points for the night. John Ashley back, bringing the ball up. Nice inlet pass there to Keto Long, who cannot finish, but he is fouled. So Keto Long will go to the line to shoot two. Willie Frager the foul. His third. Cameron and Walker getting ready to check back in for the Lions. In for Nizier Brown and Ray King. Long back to Back for a second free throw. And he hits that one. Giving it 1 of 2 from the line. Cameron bringing the ball back up for the Lions. Valdez around to J.D. Walker. Walker into Vontae Irving. Back out to Walker for 3. Splashdown. J.D. Walker, 25 points on the night, his second three-point make. And here comes John Ashley in the Navajo Tech offense, looking to do some damage against the Lions. Ashley kicks it out to Troy King, who drives. Right-hander, no good, but he draws the foul. Valdez the foul and took most of the blow on that one, but he's charged with a personal foul. Troy King to the line for 2, makes the first one. He's got 4 on the night. In for Vontae Irving is Gabe Bird. Troy King back for a second free throw, and he also makes good on that one. Troy King with 5. Valdez, Walker, into Cameron, out to Valdez, thought about a 3, kicks it back into Cameron instead for some nice use of the window there. Cameron into double digits himself with 10. Here comes John Ashley. Stolen by Frager. Bird saves it back into Frager, who finishes it. Good teamwork there. Frager got his hair pulled a little bit, but he hung with that one. King dribbles that one off his foot, and that's going to be an over and back call. Frager, aggressive defense, sacrificing his body in a game that has been decided for some time now. He is still giving maximum effort. 11:41 to go here. The Lions have 91 already. We should see them into triple digits, which will be confusing because our scoreboard doesn't go to triple digits. So we'll try to keep up with the actual score. Jaden Cameron, another sweet move, Euro step in there. 12 points for him. John Ashley into Yazzie. Getting bumped by Gabriel Bird, but first he stepped on the baseline. That's going to be a turnover. And the Lions will take the ball. Another line change for Navajo Tech. New set of players in. There are 10 players. They seem to just sub 5 for 5 each time. Walker skies for the attempted slam and is rejected by the back of the rim. Out for a turnover to the Skyhawks. Here comes Joshua Key over to Chris Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Bozo, back to Rodriguez, into Mayweather. Ira Mayweather being defended by Gabriel Bird. Nice little turnaround move for Mayweather. He's got 9 points to lead the Skyhawks. There's Cameron with the ball, back to Valdez. Walker wants to hit 30. You can see it in his eyes. Valdez into Frager, turns to Walker. He lays that one in, giving him 27. Key to Mayweather. He's left alone for 3. We cannot buy that 3. Bozo looking for the board, and it's going to stay with Navajo Tech. Drew Owens in the game for the first time for the Lions. This may be the first of some of the bench players getting some action here. You know Walker wants his 30. Looks like Drew Owen is going to draw a foul here. Well, that's one way to get on the score sheet. Pick up a immediate foul. Not the way Drew Owens wanted to get in the score sheet tonight, but that's the way it went down. And Skyhawks are in the bonus, so they're shooting 1-1. Joshua Key knocks down the front half. Sets up for his second free throw of 2. And hits that as well. Joshua Key with 3 points. Here comes Valdez. Across the timeline, directing the offense to J.D. Walker, back to Valdez. Working the ball around the perimeter. Gabriel Bird into Cameron, got a little sloppy with that one, but it was stolen right back by Valdez. He puts up the lob for Cameron, who slams it down. J.D. Walker, that is, with 29 points. Walker, the slam. That lob game working well for the Lions. Bozo, the deuce. He's up to 5 points. Valdez over to Gabe Bird. Bird dribbles in, passes to Cameron. Left-handed shot is good. Jaden Cameron with 14. Chris Rodriguez, 98-35 our score. Rodriguez looking for Lang. Lang dribbles in, looking for a teammate out to Bozo. Bozo starts in on Cameron. Drives in, reverse layup, no good. Drew Owens can't hold the rebound. Joshua Key, the attempted put back, no good. Here comes the other way, Valdez, a little hop. Out to Gabe Bird for 3, long. Drew Owens the board. Right-handed putback is good. Owens on the score column. He gets in the score sheet for good reasons now. A board and a deuce. And it's 100-35. Rodriguez for 3, touches nothing. Gabe Bird, the board, back out to Cameron, skying, and rejected, no foul. Put back by Gabe Bird. And Mayweather left alone. Looking to spin move on Bird, but it's poked away. Cameron then. Walker then steals the ball, and J.D. Walker and Jaden Cameron are going to come out of this game. Walker with 29 points, a game high. And Cameron with 14 points, second most high. 2 leading scorer for the Lions taking the seat. They're probably done for the night. Driving in on Valdez and drawing the foul is Chris Rodriguez. Demetrius Valdez picks up his 3rd personal. At the line for 2. That one a little strong, no good. (102-35) the score. If you see it and it says 2-35, just know that's add a place there to that one. Rodriguez, I believe, hits the pair. Here we go the other way. Gabe Bird slicing into the lane, nobody there. Oh, that ball rims out. And here come the Skyhawks the other way. Rodriguez for 3. No good. Valdez the board. Up to Brown for 3. Recently into the game, Donovan Averiti. No good on that 3. And that's a double dribble for Mayweather. Donovan Averiti. We'll get that pronunciation right for the next game. In the game for the Lions, making his first action of the night. Along with Drew Owens, Nazir Brown, Valdez, and Gabe Bird. Demetrius Valdez knifing down the lane for the 2. He's got 5. Chris Rodriguez finally hits one of those 3s, gets it to go. He's got 7 points now. And Nazir Brown with the ball at the top of the key. Into Valdez. Back to Brown for three. Cannot go. Off of Justice. That'll be Navajo Tech ball. Isaiah Brown's first attempt of the night from three, where he was lethal last year. Chris Rodriguez draws another foul. We'll go back to the line here. Gets another foul on Valdez. He's got 4. Ray King about to make his way back in for Beach. Take a seat. Valdez is making it known he is not fouled out of this game, that he only has 4. Adamant that he's still in this thing, which I can't blame him for. That free throw from Rodriguez is no good. And here come the Lions the other way. Gabe Bird. Back to Ray King. Over to Nizier Brown. Nizier driving down the lane. Passes into Drew Owens. Right hand does not go. Owens gets his own miss. Back again with the right hand, no good. And back out to Navajo Tech. Chris Rodriguez looking for another 3. That's blocked by Ray King. Nizier Brown with the ball. Going the other way. He's going to knife all the way down the lane. Passes over to Averiti. Averiti can't go, but Drew Owens can. Drew Owens with 4 points. Stolen back by Ray King again. Back to Nizier Brown, the lay-in for Brown. 108-39 the score. Spot up 3 for Mayweather. Another line change coming for Navajo Tech in a minute. Gabe Bird to Ray King. And he slams it down, and through contact, the and one dunk, you don't get that a lot. But Ray King is going to go to the line. Another line change for the Skyhawks. King rising to slam that one down. Fighting through contact, gets it to go. Maybe a little problem with our feed. I apologize for that. Cannot finish the and one. A little choppy on the feed. John Ashley. That's going to be a turnover. The Lions the other way. Turn around for Willie Frager is good. Still with the full court press here, up a whole bunch. But the Lions are working on their midseason form here. Yazzie driving in, gets fouled by Frager. Foul's called on number 24. Joseph Voorhees gets into the game. He gets a foul. First one by Yazzie is no good. That ball knocked away, going to go back to the Lions. Here come the Lions the other way. Voorhees. That ball trickles away. It's going to be out, and it's going to remain Lions ball. Our feed is a little choppy right now. We're trying to figure out what's going on with that. Apologize. Owens, the attempted putback, no good. And that's too many steps, travel call for Navajo Tech. That's going to go the other way. Here comes Willie Frager from the corner for three. Motar Jolly the board, stolen away by Navajo Tech. The shot there, short and rebounded by Voorhees. Voorhees up to Vontae Irving Jr. Back out and in for Averiti, Donovan Averiti the point. John Ashley driving in. Vontae Irving picks up his fourth foul. Aggressive defense. A lot of fouls for the... They're going to say that's his fifth foul, so that's all she wrote for Vontae Irving today. Finishes with 10 points. See if we can get better stream going for you. You're still hanging with us. Voorhees out the Bird, back to Voorhees, cutting in into Tarjali, who lays it in. 9 for Tarjali. All right, we're attempting to get a better connection here for you. Apologize about that. Looks like we are back. A little better connection for you. All right, I think we're back with a better signal now for you. Apologize for that. Subs in for the Lions. Marshall Curley back in. And here come the Lions the other way. Gabe Bird out to Marshall Curley for three. Short on that one, Bird the rebound. Passes in to Donovan Averiti, finishing through contact and one. 4 points for Averiti, going to the line to try to make it 5. And Donovan Averiti making the best of his playing time here today, already adding 5 to his total. And it's 119-41. 2 minutes and change to go here. And this home opener for the Justice Lions, that ball's thrown too far. Lions will inbound that ball. Voorhees has it tapped away. Averiti defending Ashley there. Ball back over to Yazzie. Yazzie, good screen set. Loses the ball momentarily into Lang. Lang spinning on Curley. Double team by Bird. Poked away. Back to Lang. Lang over to Gill. Gill to Ashley. Looking at the shot clock. He's got 5 seconds on the timer. Drive it in. Loses the handle. 2 seconds on the timer. Shot by Long. And Tarjali does some severe damage to a chair over there. Hope he's okay. I don't know what that chair did to him, but it won't do it again. And there's now 20 seconds on the shot clock. John Ashley will throw the ball in to Gill, working on Voorhees, back to Long. Over to John Ashley, working on Voorhees. The three falls down, and the basket. A potential 4-point play for John Ashley. Safe to say the biggest highlight of the game for the Skyhawks here, at least the second half. He adds the 4-point play. Bird, a nice pump fake. Cannot finish the layup. Yazzie comes the other way for Navajo Tech. Gill driving in, fouled by Tarjali. He's going to earn himself a trip to the line to shoot 2. Go here on the second shot. Voorhees the rebound. Passes in the Bird. Into Tarjali, who lays it in. Tarjali into double figures with 11. Gill, step back for Lang is no good. Bird looking for a run out. .21 seconds left in the game here. 121-46 is the score. Ball inbounded, and the Lions can just be content to run this one out. Curley to Voorhees, dribbling at the top of the key. Averiti dribbling around, and that's gonna be it for the first home game of the season for the Justice University Lions. Your final score, Justice University 121, Navajo Tech 46. We'll do this again tomorrow night at 7. Well, thanks for joining us for the home opener here. Go ahead and watch the players shaking hands here. Good game in the books here for the home slate for the Lions. Make adjustments and do it again tomorrow night. A little back-to-back action. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining Justice University Athletics live stream. My name is Matt Shively. It's been a pleasure to be with you tonight. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon for soccer if you'd like to join us for that. Peace.